Yo, what's up? What's up? Good people, what is up? Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Damian Lillard. Dame time. Great individual player. um, no knock on Dame. It's just that this is an example that people need to see with their own eyes for them to believe it. So I would love for people to get a chance to engage and to what I feel is the truest aspect of BS in politics and how the players pass on the agendas that is going on in the sport today. When people have alliances, and you see that a lot in here, you see there's a lot of players that's out here forced to make decisions that they don't even agree with themselves. Hmm. They've all bought in, and all of those guys are normally selected and put at the top of things. Like they're at the top of the sport. The upper echelons are looking at them, and they feel like this is it. I've made it. And the reason that they have that feeling is because it's being implanted into their brains that they are the end all be all of everything basketball, everything relatable to the sport. Now, if you look at, let's say, the general masses in the public, and you look at the conception of how they market, they use their players to market, period, just like anybody else would, right? So they say, well, what is our best marketing tool? Our players. Yeah, well, if you look at it from any other perspective, then these are the players that make it happen, and they don't, then you start to see why would another player, okay, promote the bubble that he was playing in when this is the same player who was on those Zoom calls that we spoke on and we spoke about? You see, we finna go through this, Dane, because when y'all was in those massive group Zoom calls during the bubble is when Zoom really took off. Zoom took off like a rocket during the bubble. Oh yeah, it definitely did. Now, when we start to see the whole picture, we're going to go and tell you guys some things. The player who was against the bubble from the jump was Damian Lillard. You were against the bubble. What changed your mind? Hmm? What changed your mind? Yeah, because they don't want to send out all the notifications. I gotta. Yeah, I have to send out the notification myself. Now, no, he was the main guy against it. They're gonna lose by 30 this week. I got them losing by maybe 25 or 23. It's gonna be real close. But I am not betting Colorado. Lillard is very overrated. As a basketball player, no. As a team basketball player, yes. Him playing the team game, definitely. One-on-one, that's his bag. But this man actually got up to defend the bubble, and it pisses me off because I remember him being on the Zoom call because I got a message after the Zoom calls were over that y'all didn't even know the Zoom calls were taking place. And I told you, I said, there's people speaking out against the bubble. They was like, no, LeBron was in the bubble. He was in the chat and he said, this is what happened. No, the people that was inside that Zoom call, they did multiple Zoom calls. They did another one. It was two. First one, LeBron wasn't even in. Dame didn't want nothing to do with the bubble, period. He didn't understand why they even had to play. It didn't make sense. Guys have been out of shape. It's been 4 months of no basketball, no nothing. You can't go work out. You couldn't do anything. Nothing was open but stores and gas stations. So people weren't in shape. Giannis don't have a basketball goal in his house, so he couldn't go practice. He couldn't do anything. So this isn't the same as guys who can go and play at the gym and sit around for 4 months. It's different. The whole world, the United States basically, was guaranteedly shut down. So for this whole point, you want to tell me that for 4 months of no basketball, you come back in the fall with this tournament, and that's supposed to mean something? That was supposed to mean something to the people? And Dame Lillard is now singing a different song because he got a call on the phone from LeBron James. And LeBron James told him what LeBron was the only one fighting to have this happen, this bubble. No, we need to play. Come on, no, what? Why everybody saying we don't need to play? No, we do need to play. We all no, he want to because he know this the only way he gonna win. It was designed for him to win. The Lakers were holding secret practices while everything was closed down. They had a training facility, practice facility, so that the Lakers could practice and get themselves in shape while everybody else is locked down. They got busted, had to pay a fine for doing that. And then they started having these sessions at LeBron James' house, saying they coming to LeBron's house for dinner. Oh, they coming over to have dinner. And they go in LeBron's gym and start conducting practice. Now, if you want to, you can look it up. This actually happened. So Mr. Lillard goes on back on Fig podcast. Shouts out for them for getting Dame on there and talking to him for a few hours. Let's listen to what Dame actually had to say on this podcast about the bubble now. Let's listen to it.
You writing raps in the bubble?
I put a
I think I put a mixtape out in the bubble. Yeah,
Okay.
I did a mixtape in the bubble called Live from the Bubble.
And I want to, you know what I'm saying? Hold on.
Okay.
They said everything in the bubble is not credited. Everything in the bubble, we not giving nothing no credit for the shit in the bubble.
We
The
claim that
fans,
shit.
yeah, I'm claiming it. I'm claiming
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
The
claim that.
fans, everybody saw everything in the bubble is not credited.
Why?
They was, you know what I'm saying? It was easy in the bubble.
It'd be legit. So
I'm saying why is it not credited?
I have no idea.
Because they said it wasn't playing in front of the fans. Just the whole where y'all was at.
It was
the
easy
bubble
money.
and shit. Yeah.
Basically, it was easy
No
money.
traveling
It was a
for the
cakewalk.
teams and shit. Everybody in the same place. So a lot of motherfuckers don't put respect on the Lakers championship 2020.
I think I ain't gonna say it was harder, but you got to think like we play in the city, get on a plane after the game, go to the next city, play the next day sometimes day in between. In the bubble, we was playing at 1 o'clock sometimes in the daytime, driving back to the hotel. We had cold tubs at the pool, like blow up cold tubs at the pool, massage therapists. We had everything, barbers, everything right there. Have a whole day. The next day, little practice at the hotel, in the ballroom. Courts was all over the ballrooms and all the resorts. Play the next day at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock, whatever. So, like, for me, being an actual professional athlete,
yeah,
I know the toll that it takes on our bodies to travel and fly and do this 6-game road trip, go and all that stuff. So, to play against niggas that's just fresh and
all day.
Like ain't no flights, ain't no like all of the extra that we usually got to do, like your family and you got to do this and do that. Like I didn't drive the whole time. Like you just chilling. Like everybody fresh. Like everybody that's the most on point I felt in the league. Like I felt sharp. I was fast. I was strong. I was rested. It was like that. I felt like that was the best version of me to that point. So like. I don't understand what people mean when they talk about it ain't credit. I feel like it would have been hard to win that because people was fresh, bro. Now you got people talking about the mental health and we stuck on the resort. I didn't deal with none of that, but I feel like based off of how my body felt and what I knew our experience was, like we had never see a more fresh version of like the opposition than we did at that time.
Yeah, you had Lauren going for like 55 or something.
That's what I'm saying. You see players that they like.
I'm like, who this is going
No,
for
but
55?
that's my point. There's players that usually might lose that battle to being tired and getting in late and being sleepy. But now, niggas is out here like Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray is going for 58 in the playoffs. It ain't nothing to do, bro. Yeah. Like I was going to the pool in the bubble in our resort. We'd play at 1 o'clock. I'll come to the pool, cold tub, do all the stuff, go to the main pool. And then I'll be like, it'll be James, Russ, and, you know, Robert Covington over here. And then you look over here, like everybody was at the pool. It was like a pool party for real. You seeing all these different players. All the teams was like, all the teams is like clicked up, but we all at the same pool. Like, you're seeing everybody there, but it was just a relaxed environment. So if you're not talking about the mental part, the physical part, I don't think everybody was fresh. Like that's why you seen dudes hooping like that because it was nothing else. So I feel like that would make it harder to
win it all.
Yeah. Okay. So to our point,
well, you was fresh. Why didn't you win it? If you were so fresh and you played so well, right? What you do in the bubble? Damian Lillard put up 70 points against the Bulls. So what does it matter if he put up 58? Listen, it's all bull. They all trying to make it because LeBron won it. He don't want it to be discredited because don't nobody credit it. It's crap. Don't nobody honor that. None of the players wanted to damn be there. Everybody wanted to go home. Not everybody who played in the NBA. And y'all record this, clip it, do whatever you want. I'm telling you right now, not everybody in the NBA cares about winning a championship. They want to get paid. The players did not want to play. And they had the option, but they didn't have the option. Star players, they were told, you have an option to sit out, but this will go bad for you. You should play. They had to play. They didn't want to be there. They didn't care about this. They were glad it was over. All the momentum that was built up with the team, like with the Clippers that came together, they were ready to do their thing. Then you got 4 months of nothing. Then you start this bubble. Now, how come all these other people talking about for the mental health of being basically in jail, you can't leave this area and you stuck in there, and you're telling me that's not going to affect people's mental? Of course it is. That's an adjustment. It's just like going to jail and you being told this is as far as you can go in this area. That is a mental adjustment you're going to have to make. That's unusual because you never in your life been told you can't go here, you can't go there, you can't go over there. You've never been told that. Now, I love it. Here's another person saying if the Warriors would have won, y'all wouldn't say that. I love when they say that. These are LeBron James fans. And you see, this is the nonsense they come with because they don't have anything else to say because they know it don't mean nothing. And they know nothing they could say is going to make anything better. Yeah, it was an AAU tournament. Guys wasn't really trying to go hard for that. The thing was rigged. If you saw it, you saw what happened to the Denver Nuggets inside the bubble, how they got jobbed so that the Lakers in Miami could play. There were no fans. They had these virtual fans things that showed up that was just weird looking. And they simulating sounds of what the audience would be like. So if you're watching it at home, you can like, oh, hey, oh, they putting all this fake audio in it, right? But Dame was the one of the main people leading the charge of we didn't need to play. Now he's sitting here talking about guys weren't even in shape. They weren't. They had what, 2 weeks to get in shape? 2 weeks, and that's going to get you in a playoff mode shape for a tournament. Guys use the first month of the season to get their legs under them and get used to the travel and everything else. Had the Miami Heat won, y'all would be discrediting him. You would say, well, that championship didn't mean nothing. It was a bubble. All you people who sitting here capping for it now, you want to cap for it because LeBron won it. That's why there's no parade. It's not honored. The NBA wanted to count because they wanted to matter for LeBron. To say, hey, we gave you your championship in LA. Right, Steph Curry didn't have to worry about the bubble. They didn't have to worry about it. Oh, yeah, we know the refs. I seen the Denver series. It was terrible. That's why they had to make it up to Denver this year. But let's go to some other facts, people. Since everybody seemed to be loving the bubble so much, and the bubble, right? Let's go to the facts. The bubble is one of the worst ratings performance of all time. When everything is locked down and people ain't got nothing to do but watch television, they chose not to watch the Lakers and Heat in the bubble. They had a 4.0 rating, 7.6 million views per show. The lowest ratings anybody had ever seen in the past 30 years. We can go back to the 90s if you want. I'm going to show it to you right here. Boom. There you go. See if I can make it bigger. There you go. Now, you see what I see. Look at that. Look at this. Lakers in Miami, 4.0. Bucks did 5.2. The Golden State did 6.5. And Denver did a 6.1. So post-COVID, the ratings have been much lower, dramatically lower. Now, if you go back to the previous years before COVID, Golden State, Steph Curry. Cleveland, 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 Golden State, Steph Curry. Steph Curry was in 5 straight NBA finals. Five straight. They won 3 out of the 5. And when they won, do you want to know what happened? Look at where these ratings were. Wasn't because of LeBron. This was because of Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. LeBron was only responsible for like 2 million. Because when they played the Toronto Raptors, it dropped to an 8.8 rather than a 10 that they normally was averaging. 10 to 11 on the Richter scale. But this is what I told you. Adam Silver Slipper don't know how to run this. If you see all these numbers here, previous during the LeBron era, during 2012, you know, when he was juiced, allegedly, freshly squeezed juiced. Look at that, 16 with a 10. 10-5. Right? This is during the Miami days. And a 9.3. That look pretty ugly. And why does this look ugly is this? Because they said the Spurs were born. Nobody wants to see the Spurs. Okay, they played OKC in 2012. And you saw what happened 2011 against Dirk. It was high. Lakers in Boston was a 10.6. But they don't mention this is the ABC era. Look at this. You see that? See how that chart is going? Now, if you go back to the NBC era, boom, boom, boom. Through the Bulls championship run, 93, 94. Look at 94, 95, how they dropped. I wish I had the chart going back to 92, but they're up there. 92, you're looking at 18s, 19s, right? Then you start seeing the ratings go up here, where You were saying nobody wanted to see the Bulls in Utah. Well, you were wrong. They tuned in to watch the Bulls play the Utah, and that was their highest rated series ever. That was higher than Magic. It was higher than Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns. And even though that was high, the Utah Jazz was the highest rated series with Karl Malone. Now, when Houston won their 2 championships, the ratings dropped dramatically. They lost millions. They were showing the OJ Bronco chase than the damn Knicks playoff game. Now, these Bulls championships were bringing in ratings, so that's why they kept them winning. They were like the heroes of the story, and everybody else were the villains. Dick Ebersol, who does primetime Emmy-winning programs, like all those Love in the Middle of Danger, and then, be all these mini series that take place. He played the NBA like a mini series. The Bulls, their story, and how they were the good guys and everybody else were out to stop them, and they were the villains. And our heroes must find a way to win the championship. It was sick, but it made money. Because in 98, they damn sure shouldn't have won. But it was the last dance. The last time we're going to see this happen. Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Can they do it in their last hurrah? They milked that the whole season. And it went like storybook. Michael Jordan hit the shot, right? Could this be the last shot in the career of Michael Jordan? So, as you can see from this standpoint, it tells us what? That Michael Jordan isn't what we thought he was. It shows us that the NBA has fallen because of social media and streaming networks. Everybody is streaming stuff on apps, and they're watching highlights on YouTube, and they're running out talking about the game that they didn't even watch. And that's why you're seeing all these tournaments and you're seeing all these changes, because you got a commissioner that don't know how to be a commissioner. He let the players run the asylum. And now the owners are pissed. Have you ever seen so many revolving doors as owners? Michael Jordan got out. They forced Robert Sawyer out. Robert Sawyer has money. Well, you won't see a new commissioner because who's going to appoint him? Who's going to appoint the new commissioner? Damn sure not the owners. Well, here's the thing. Who would be able to survive in that era of basketball? You actually had to have skills. Steph would have did better than LeBron because Steph could shoot. If you could shoot, he would have probably been a spot-up shooter because he ran through picks better than anybody. He can catch the ball and fire. But LeBron's style of basketball wouldn't work. They would shut him right down. It was like his speed, no. They can get up on you. And they could be physical. It was real power forwards, and you came to the hole, you got hit. So peace. I see. Now, let's get in line with what's happening here. Thanks for the super chats too, man. The super chat works. My Cash App, Carcino, that works. The Patreon is Carcino for life. Like, share, subscribe. It's all in that banner. There it is. Now, if we get back to like what we were really talking about here, is that you're seeing that this bubble championship that they keep praising, where you're basically keeping the players in jail and forcing them to play when all of these things are happening around the world. You had the incident that happened in Wisconsin that made the Bucks say, we're not playing today. Then all the players had to take a knee, and Black Lives Matter movement is going on, and players didn't want to play the game. And all the players had a meeting, and Dame didn't, want to mention this, but there was a meeting held where LeBron James came in there, and his job was to get the players to play. And these are the young players who've been in the league 1 year, 2 years. They talking. And then LeBron started speaking. And the young players, for the first time in their life, because they've been watching the NBA. They was just 3 years ago rooting for LeBron. Now they in the league, playing in the same league as LeBron. And they're like, man, this is LeBron. So right away, they all excited about LeBron. And then to hear him talk the way he did, it was so corporate and so unattached, saying not playing is not the idea. See, people forgot that even when they decide to play in the bubble, it was problems in the bubble. And that this happened while in the bubble. And the Milwaukee Bucks made that decision. LeBron was, I wish they would have shared that, and I wish they would have, shared that with the rest of the team so we could have did that unitedly. I don't know why the Bucks. Why are you worried about what the Bucks organization is? You a player in the league. You're not a general manager. You're not an owner. So what do they have to share anything with you, a player in the league? The Bucks decided this was something that happened in Wisconsin outside of Milwaukee. So, yeah, they were going to react the way they wanted to react to it and said, man, we ain't playing. They didn't care what the league said. The players decided they weren't playing. So then everybody else decided for that day to cancel all the games. The league had no choice after the meeting. And then LeBron got up and walked out of the meeting after the young dudes was looking at LeBron. They couldn't believe it. LeBron was, this meeting's not productive. I'm leaving. He got up and left. And the young dudes was looking like, this is supposed to be the guy? This is LeBron? He sounded like a company man. I don't have a problem with the WNBA. I don't. It's just that the league was designed for people in mind. And then the people in mind that they designed the league for aren't watching it. Mm-hmm. Well, all that, the food was great. We had the best food. No, their food was terrible in the bubble. Like, all these players is capping, right? And Damari Carroll showed what? What did he show the world? Let's show what Carroll showed the world. This was their food in the bubble.
Man, they on Instagram capping, man, talking about the food. Man, that's solid cooking where I'm coming from, man. You got the chicken, you know, you got the salad, you got the green bean. Come on, man. All that capping, man. Come on, man. Where I'm from, this good cooking right here. I don't know if I'm tripping or not, but this good cooking where I came from. You know, where I grew up at, this good cooking.
Motel 6. That's what they was like. We are the Motel 6. These NBA players. Dinner time and the bubble begins. Look at that. Look at that. July 7th dinner. Watermelon. They telling them what they finna send them like they in jail. Look at this. That's like airplane food. Yeah, this is what the NBA didn't want y'all to see. That's why they took most of this stuff down off social media when people were posting it, talking about the food and complaining about it. They didn't want y'all to see all this. They telling you what the dinner finna be.
New York strip steak? Ooh. Braised beef short ribs? Damn. What else we got? Shrimp and grits? Oh, fuck with me. I fuck with that cheesecake though. They got that creme brulee.
This ain't it. Definitely losing 50 pounds eating this. That's what Joel Embiid said. By the time I'm done from here, I'm gonna look like that. This is their room.
Et voici ma chambre.
No way LeBron is eating this. Exactly. No way in the world LeBron was getting served that in the bubble. Somebody was going to make a run for LeBron. Look at this. He's like, no way Bron is eating that. Right. The Clippers didn't want to be there. Dame is lying to y'all. He's flat out lying. He was the one of the main people. And I dare him to say he wasn't one of the players that was saying we should not play. We shouldn't play. Now, whoever the guys is on back what they came back on Fig. I don't even know what that show is. It's one of them shows I didn't know about till like I saw Damian Lillard on it. But no offense to them, but they look like fanboys. They sound like fanboys. Because you can't tell me that their ratings on this show for that whole series was the lowest in NBA history when everybody's at home. They ain't got nothing to watch. They wouldn't even tune in. So this is people that watch NBA basketball. Wasn't watching that. Now you tell me where it makes sense at. That the Bucks and Suns the very next year did better than you by 3 million. And everything was open. Yeah, LeBron set another record. The Nuggets and Heat, they said, oh, well, the Nuggets and Heat, that's the lowest rated NBA Finals on record. That's what they're going to try to say. Well, the Spurs and Cavs in 2007, nobody watched that finals. But San Antonio and people from Cleveland, nobody cared about watching that finals. I did because I watched basketball. And I watched Tony Parker just tear apart the Cleveland Cavaliers. And they got swept in 4. This is why the NBA is pivoting. They're going to these tournaments. They're making these rules. They're making all these things because the sport is in peril. They want y'all to believe everything's all right. No, it ain't all right. People ain't watching and they don't understand why. It's because you're marketing a 39-year-old player as your best player of the game. And that is the dumbest thing you could ever do. This isn't Jordan. This is a bum. And you keep trying to drag this bum along the road. And of course, stupid people who don't watch the sport anyway, who you're catering to, they only know fandom. So they're following LeBron from a fandom standpoint, while people who like the sport of basketball and know about basketball know that this is some bull that you're trying to pull over the people's eyes. Yeah, this dude forgot his cord. That's how they were celebrating the bubble. That's crazy. RT the brand, this wouldn't be news to you if you was on the Patreon. If you were on the Patreon, you're about a year behind, buddy. We know about Tim Duncan. But if you was on the Patreon, you would know who the other person was. Shouts out to Raphael for the super chats. Appreciate it. What's up, Twizzo? He gonna ruin the Olympic team. He's barely gonna play. Everybody else gonna be doing something. God forbid the game get close. See, in the international, you ain't gonna be getting all those flop Bron calls. Well, see, right there, Steph is already above LeBron. LeBron only got 3 championship rings. They call the Bucks and Suns a COVID era finals. They count it as that. I don't. I count it as people being able to train, practice, and go through a season. The problem was the season started too quick to the bubble, and players got hurt. And that's when Kawhi Leonard went down. You saw a lot of people go down from injuries in that finals or through that playoffs time, because a lot of people's bodies didn't get a chance to adjust, didn't get a chance to rest. LeBron James' body, which has been failing him over the years in the last, because after playing all of those years using his athleticism, mm-hmm, 100%. Well, I told you what they want to do. COVID slowed them down. They were moving the game more international because fanfare has fallen off. Their problem is the contract that they signed back in the 80s, back in like 84 with TBS and Ted Turner and TNT. They don't have an app because Ted Turner, he's got a deal with cable television. So with TNT, they're trying to tell them they need an app where fans could accessibly not have to buy a cable package in order to get TBS and TNT. You know, they want to just have the app so players can get to those games. There's games that TNT and TBS get exclusive rights to. They pay millions of dollars to have those big games. And some fans can't see them because they don't have cable internet. You know, they don't have the cable that has TBS and TNT on it. They just have the app on their phone, so they'll just miss out on the game because it's a TNT game and they don't have an app. So they miss out. Like ESPN has an app, so they can watch it on the ESPN app. They can go see the games. And this is what pisses off Adam Silverslipper. So he's pissed at TNT and TBS because they have not integrated an app where, in case people didn't want to spend all the money on cable, they could just buy the TBS app and then they could watch the games on there. And TNT and TBS is like, look, we own cable. Why would we want to do that? We want people coming to cable. They just won't let go of that renaissance. And plus, they got the NBA under this contract. So it ain't like they can leave TBS and TNT. That's a renegotiation that's going to be hell. Believe me, that's a lot of money at stake. The NBA would take a great risk if they were to get from under TNT and TBS. Here's the thing that was interesting. They counting out Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors, even though they had to cheat the Golden State Warriors last year just to keep them out of the next round. This is with Jordan Poole playing like crap. Absolutely. So he has 3 NBA championships and a Disney championship. Oh yeah, Javi. Definitely go ahead and the Walt Disney Bubble Championship. On my Screen Fiend movie channel. Yeah, for those who are in the members who signed up for the memberships, we're doing giveaways. So the more people that sign up for the memberships over there, you're gonna get a giveaway. And I mean serious giveaways. So I'm definitely serious. These are serious giveaways that we're doing. We're talking about giving away PS5s. We're giving away a lot of stuff over there. So in order to do that, people have to definitely become members. So I love this King Trey crap. What do you say? 38K, 10K, 10K. Is that turnovers? Do we got 10,000 turnovers? Is that what you telling me? He's played 21 years in the NBA, and he has 38,000 points, 10,000 assists, and 10,000 rebounds, right? It took him 21 years to get about 10,000 assists. It took Magic Johnson 10 years. You know, Magic Johnson really played 10 years in the NBA. That's right. Sometimes you got to grow up and stop the hate. Magic Johnson is also a point guard. Wow, what is LeBron? What is LeBron? LeBron has had the ball in his hands and brought it up more times than Magic Johnson. Did you know that, King Trey? His own ball percentage is higher than Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and anybody in the history of the game. So you're sitting here raving about a guy getting 10 assists or 10,000 assists, but then you want to discredit him or say, well, Magic was a point guard. I said he really played 10 years. Those other 2 years, they didn't count. He didn't even play full years. He ended up quitting. So those years don't even count. You can count those games on your hand. Magic didn't play 12 years. Played 10. Then he got hit with the ooh-wee. And then he tried to come back and play years later when he was Fat Magic, trying to help the Lakers win in the middle of the season. Bruh, Magic wasn't, he was done. You know, they were done. So then he retired for good. So he played 10 years. It's not a narrative. That's why I'm like shocked. You keep saying like it's a narrative. Like someone's creating something against LeBron James to shame him or something. You discredit every if it don't fit your narrative to bash LeBron, bash him. Bash him? He need to be banished instead of bashed. He needs to be banished. He need to be out the sport. Let him go do something else. This dude has destroyed every team he's played for. What has he done for the Lakers? What has he done for the Lakers? Destroyed him. The Lakers got no draft picks, none. They have depleted all of their resources, overpaying all of these players. Anthony Davis and LeBron James is eating up the bulk of their money. Now they just paid all these monies for all these other ancillary players. Now you got $300 million going out plus for AD. He's supposed to lead your team. Lead him where? A guy who's scared to go rebound, scared to play defense. There was no championship in 2020. They won a tournament in a bubble that was designed for them to win. You must have just got here. He gave them a 2020. Do you remember a parade? That's like saying the Dodgers won that year. Nobody talks about the Dodgers winning that year. And don't tell me if somebody else won, man, somebody else would have won. Y'all would have been saying that was a championship. Nope. You would be saying that wasn't a championship. You would be the main one saying, man, that don't count, man. It was a bubble thing, man. That don't really count. We were just trying to win it for the city, but man, you can't really count that. That was a tournament. That wasn't a real series. That's what y'all would be saying if the Lakers didn't get it. Now that the Lakers got it, y'all trying to fight to defend a bubble championship. Why you can't win a real one? You had 3 more years. So if it was a real championship, right? In your point of view, that was a real championship, right? They saying they champs, so if you want to do it, I'll say, okay, do it again. What you think happened this year? They repeated the bubble. This was a bubble repeat. The Miami Heat went back to the finals like they did in the bubble. They redid it and they got it right and said, we know we screwed y'all, Denver. We screwed y'all in the bubble, but we needed the Lakers to play. See, what you didn't realize is that the NBA is truly broke. They broke. That's why they had to take a loan. Did you know they had to go and take a loan just to get through the rest of the season? They had to take a loan for that. They're living on check to check. All the teams in the league had to get like $9 million. Every team got like $9 million on the loan. The NBA had to take a loan when they shut down. They didn't have the money. It wasn't just everybody was sick. Y'all act like it happened right after the season shut down. There was 4 months of nothing. The Raptors get Damian Lillard. What's the point? They're not going to win anyway. So it makes no difference. Who they going to market post LeBron? Anybody that's Euro. Luka. You see the marketing is going to be Giannis, Luka. Oh yeah, they ain't worried about that. It's all about the Euro market. Anybody from Europeans, that's who they marketing now. They ain't not worried about the American players no more. The NBA has pivoted way off y'all. They ain't worried about you Negroes no more. They going international and they getting that dollar. That's all they care about. They're going to be doing tournaments in London, tournaments in Paris. They want to have NBA teams playing European players in their teams. They're going to set up mini tournaments. That's why I told y'all that no allows things was all propped up for this moment. Where the NBA, this was a setup. Okay, that was all promotion. So now NBA's like, okay, well, when you said that we don't play the world, we're gonna play the world now. We're gonna have a tournament where all these teams, they can come together, and we're gonna have a couple of our NBA teams playing in a tournament with these guys. It's gonna be so exciting. Now there'll be resistance early on in the first couple of years, but I think people are gonna jump on and they're gonna love this. It's gonna be great. And I'll be like, the hell away from my goddamn game. I want to see that, but you just want the money. The NBA has turned into 2K. That is the perfect analogy. It has turned into the NBA 2K video game. We're pivoting that. Oh, it's terrible. To see the state of where the game is now, it's terrible. Well, people are playing more 2K street ball than they play the game. They play 2-2 street ball more than they do play the NBA game. That means that they got a character or a player and they get another player, they in street clothes, and it's 2-on-2, you playing online with somebody else. Everybody don't want to pass the ball, so you're basically playing one-on-one basketball. Yep. Well, this has been fun, but I'm going to have to leave you guys. Thanks to everybody that showed up. Even Thomas showed up today. The league will be dead without a video game. Well, they make good revenue off of it, but yeah, the people that create it, they make the majority of it. The NBA just gets a flat fee. They get paid for the licensing rights. So they get their money off of it, yeah. But the people who create the game, they make the bulk of the money. They the one paying the fee. So shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Kwame Brown Bus Life 2.0, Ticket TV. And yeah, we got a lot coming. So let me get to work, get some food in my belly, And I'm out.